Running an online business definitely has its appeal, but it's not a get rich quick scheme. And it's definitely not about, just like one simple life-changing trick. It's actually a lot of work. So in order to give you a leg up and to actually help you get started, we've come up with some low-cost business ideas. And these ideas are profitable and they're very simple so that you can actually keep your day job while you transition into entrepreneurship. Flip your thrift store finds. Okay, so I had to put this one in first because I think this is just such a fun idea if you are a fashion enthusiast. So if you love hitting up thrift stores and you love styling outfits, then reselling your finds is just gonna be such a fun and creative way to make some side money. Now with this, the margins are huge. You can find a Radio Shack ball cap, for $2 and then flip it for 40. Your potential customers, they want to buy cool stuff, but they just don't have the patience to dig for that, one amazing find. So what you can do is you can take advantage of this by positioning yourself as a trustworthy curator who has an eye for unique and sought after pieces. Go to thrift stores like Value Village, or you can set up a relationship with a company that sells vintage clothing in bulk. So when you do go that route, you're still gonna have to dig through to find those treasures, but it's gonna be even bigger margins that way. So for example, Blind Vision, they sell super rare vintage items and they have t-shirts that go for upwards of $700. So there's definitely money to be made, but key tip, you're gonna have to get really good at product photography because that's how you're gonna convey your product's value. So check out Good Habits right here. They do a good job of that. Now we actually have an entire video on how to take amazing product photos with just your smartphone. So if you are interested in getting into the vintage game, then you're definitely gonna wanna check this video out right up here. Create handmade goods. So whether you make jewelry or whether you make furniture, you can monetize your craft and your skills and you can sell your products online. So for example, you can make beaded jewelry, you can make crochet clothing. Both of those things are super in right now. And then you can also try your hand at ceramics or digital paintings. It's pretty much limitless. But the nice thing is that you can devote as much or as little time as you want. It's really your choice on how big you want to grow. So for example, Muse by Pablo makes really cool items out of recycled materials. And these are actually made by hand and they take over a month to make. And you can just really tell that these are a labor of love. So when we're talking platforms, like how you're actually gonna sell, definitely use platforms like Etsy, but you're also gonna wanna make sure that you're setting up your own online store. And that's just gonna give you more control and it's just gonna make it easier to track orders. So I recommend using Shopify to get started. It's powerful, it's easy to use, and it's just really gonna simplify running your business. So I will leave a link for you guys in the description box below in case you do wanna claim your free trial. Sell social media services. Brands and influencers depend on social media since it's a big part of their business. So whether it's photo retouching, video editing, copywriting, content planning, there's so much manpower that goes into social media presence and you can capitalize on it. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna find your strength, find where you fit into that puzzle, and sell your services as packages. Build up your client base so that you're only working on projects that you love and that you have fun doing. And then you can even put clients on retainer so that you have a reliable and steady income. So for example, I just did a quick Instagram search using the term social media expert and Ben Levitt came up. And this is just an example, but you can see that this landing page has options to book one-on-ones and other services. So you can use this as an example of how you can start getting clients booked and ready to go. Start a consultation business. Whether you're a therapist or a vocal coach, you can sell your consultation services online. Position yourself as an expert and help people reach their specific goals. Integrate a calendar onto your website and allow customers to book time slots for Zoom sessions. And you can 100% do this as you work your day job. You're just gonna wanna slot your clients into evenings and weekends. Now, I love this kind of a business because you can set your own prices, and since you're only exchanging time for money, you don't actually have any real overhead. So after marketing and website costs, 100% of that money that you make is yours for the keeping, minus the taxes, of course. Now, I found this interior design service called Decorist or Decorist. Not sure how you pronounce that, but I thought this was super cool because customers can get paired up with an expert and choose from different packages to refresh their homes. Love this concept, and I think they do a really good job of packaging that consultation service and giving different options for different price ranges. Sell digital goods. Okay, so with consultation services, we are exchanging time for money. And as we know, we have a limited amount of time. We have 24 hours in the day. So what that means is the amount of money that we can make is going to be finite. But if you are the type that wants to scale up and you want to grow your business to be massive, then exchanging time for money probably won't be the answer for you. So in that case, you're going to want to look into selling digital goods. That's because with digital goods, you only spend the time to make that digital good once, and then that can be sold an infinite amount of times. So choose a niche, and then you're gonna wanna play with it. So are you in the food industry? Then you can sell a cookbook. Are you into music? Then you can sell the rights to your work. So for example, Matty Matheson, he is a Canadian chef. He has an audiobook, and this audiobook is a cookbook where he shares heartwarming stories so that readers really feel like they're cooking alongside the author. And I just think this is genius and a really interesting spin on how to make a digital good different. If you want even more inspiration to get started, we actually have compiled a list of over 100 in-demand business ideas, and they're broken down into categories like fitness, apparel, gaming. So click here to download the big list of business ideas for free. So once you have your idea set up, whether you're selling jewelry or audiobooks, every business is going to go through a standard set of steps when it comes to getting started. So here is a simple checklist to help you get off the ground running. So first things first is you're going to want to validate your idea. So this might sound harsh, but it's true that just because you think you have this amazing idea, it doesn't mean that there's going to be a market for it. So before investing your time and your energy into starting your business, you're going to want to research how feasible it is and whether what you're selling would have any interest. So you can hire an agency to conduct market research for you, but if you are balling on a shoestring budget, then you're definitely going to want to do more of a DIY approach. And we actually have an entire video that's going to teach you how to find and validate winning products. I will leave that link for you guys right here so that you can click to learn more and watch that after you're done watching this video. All right, so next up is to create your product. So you validated your idea, now it's time to turn it into a reality. So whether you're selling a product or whether you're selling a service, you actually need to go ahead and create it. So find a manufacturer to bring your product to life, or create packages of your service offerings that you would be selling online. Now, however you bring your product into this world, just keep in mind, just remember that it does not have to be perfect at this stage. You just have to make sure that it's done. Done is better than perfect. And you're gonna have every opportunity in the world to make your products better as you go. So just go easy on yourself at this stage and enjoy the process. Next, you're gonna wanna get your business finances in order. So open up a separate bank account so that you can keep your personal and your business expenses separate, and it's just gonna make things a lot easier come tax time. Make sure that you are also registering with the government as a business. And then as your business finances get more complicated as you start to grow, consider hiring a professional accountant or a tax professional. Both of those things could be options for you in the long run. So next up, you're gonna wanna create your website. So if you want to start an online business, you're going to need to have a website. And if you want to make money online, you're going to need to accept online payments. So Shopify is the leading e-commerce software for a reason, but of course, you're going to want to make sure that you're choosing the platform that makes sense for you and your business. So once you're happy with the platform that you choose, you can make your website yourself. You definitely don't need to hire a developer unless you want to. And then after all that, you're going to want to market your business. So just because you exist, it doesn't mean that people are gonna know about you. And I definitely had to find that one out the hard way. Way back in the day, I launched a blog and I did the launch and I heard crickets. And I just assumed that people would come flocking. But the truth is that you need to continually market your business. So whether that is influencer partnerships or Facebook ads, Whatever it is, marketing is going to be an ongoing process for you, and it can be a super fun and rewarding challenge. So shameless plug here, if you are starting your own business and you want to learn how to market it successfully, then you're definitely going to want to subscribe to this channel because we are constantly dropping new content on how to grow a successful online business and how to market yourself. Quick words of wisdom, y'all seem to really like this in a previous video, so we're doing it again. So what I want to say is that starting a business, especially if it is your first time around, it can be very overwhelming. So remember that if things aren't going according to plan, no one cares about your success as much as you do. And what I mean by this is if you fail, the world still continues. And I think we all picture people like booing in the stands if we strike out. But in reality, people are so wrapped up in their own lives that no one really cares. And this is kind of a harsh truth, but it's also a liberating one because it allows us to go for it without inhibitions. Now, on the other hand, if you do succeed, then the payoff is going to be immense. You can find financial freedom, you can find lifelong friends, you can adopt a new lifestyle that you've always wanted. So give it your all, don't be afraid of failure, and of course, have fun. We only get one life, so make sure that it is one that is full of joy and that you're spending your time doing the things that you actually love to do. And I think starting your business can be that key for you. All that being said, if you still aren't sure what to sell and you actually need help finding a product still, then make sure that you're checking out our free 40-minute webinar. That's going to teach you how to find winning product ideas, how to validate those ideas, and how to get started. So just click this link right over here, and that's going to help you get started with this free training now. All right, it is comment time. So let's go through some of your comments and I will answer a few of you. Okay, but before we get into this, I just want to say I'm going to try my very best to pronounce all of your names correctly, but if I have mispronounced, let me know in the comment section, and yeah, let me know what the actual pronunciation is. But anyways, here we have Kaisar Abbas, and he is asking if we would recommend any more sites or tools that we could use to check out products. So I love this question because he is talking about another business idea that I did not mention on this list. So that would be dropshipping. You can start a dropshipping store. If you are looking to get started on sourcing your products and started into the dropshipping game, then here are a couple of sites that you can check out. So check out Alibaba, check out Overlow, CJ Dropshipping, and Supply Me Direct. These are all directories where you could potentially find reliable dropshipping partners. Okay, next comment. Christian Moreno says, are you at the top of the Spotify billboards? Because you might be the hottest single of the winter. Love the creativity and love just putting yourself on blast in the comments. And then next comment is from Data. So Data says, thank you so much for posting this video for free. Besides teaching, you motivated as well. And I think that's always the goal with these videos. We want to make sure that you feel empowered and that you also have the tools to succeed. Half of the battle of being a business owner is that mindset. And we definitely want to make sure that you are well equipped with those positive mindset, with that empowered way of thinking, and also equipped with the education that it takes to build a business. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope that this was helpful. If you have a very specific question, make sure that you are leaving it in the comments section so that we can get back to you in a future video perhaps. And also, if you got something funny up your sleeve, leave me a comment with a funny comment. Yeah, just leave me a funny comment. That's always fun. But if you are looking for more simple and actionable tips to grow your online business, make sure that you are subscribed to Learn with Shopify, this channel right here, because we are constantly releasing new videos. We are releasing a new video every week, and that's gonna help you start, run, and grow your successful online business. So make sure that you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. I'm your host, Michelle, and I'll see you next time. Bye.